Okay, hey guys, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to get started with Adobe Express. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and open where all of your files are located for you. It is my viewfinder, so I'm going to go ahead and open it. We're going to go into downloads, and then we're going to create a new folder. This folder, I want you guys to title 23, as in the year 2023, Mandala Final Project. Okay, and I'm actually going to put the letter Z in parentheses so that I can find it quicker. You do not have to add the Z. I am just doing this for the demo. Okay, once I've added that Z, it's kind of disappeared. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of open this up. And so it's right here, my mandala. You guys will notice that my actual symbols are found at the bottom. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these and I'm going to place them in this file here. Okay, that way it's just easier to find. What I want you guys to do is open a new Chrome page, and once you have this open, you're going to write in the search engine Adobe Express. We're going to go ahead and click this first one. Make sure that it doesn't say sponsored. Okay, right here what you're going to do is you're going to hit sign in, and with your school account you are actually going to be able to use Adobe Express for free. So right here where it says, are you a teacher or a student? You will hit, I'm a student. I'm going to go ahead, I am a teacher. And then it says, do you have access to Adobe Express? I already have access because I created an account last year. You don't. So you have to go ahead and say, I don't have access, and just set it up. The only thing it's going to ask you is to include that school email. For me, I'm going to go ahead and click the I already have access through my school email. Okay. In here, school email. And then it's rerouting me. You might have to include your password. Not a problem. It should just be the same one for the school accounts. And so right now it's opening up. Okay, so this is what your page is going to look like. We are going to create a new project, so I want you guys to press this button here, and then we are going to use this this category here, and so you're going to click that. We are going to hit a print. Now right here this says that this is a letter size, so this is standard size of what a paper would be, 8 by 11. I actually think that we could use this one, or you guys could go ahead and use the square, so 1-to-1 ratio. You know what, I actually think that one might be a little bit nicer to use, so I'm going to go ahead and use this one. All right. Now, because you guys have started your account, it might try to show you a few of the tools and give you some kind of information. For me, none of that's popping up because I've already used this. So if that's you, just click OK to all of the suggestions it's giving you. We're going to go up at the top and we are going to put 23 Mandala Final Project. Okay. And then what you're going to do, first thing that I would recommend is clicking on shapes. And typically it's a lot easier to begin designing your mandala if you have a layout. So I'm going to start including a few circles, since when we're looking at mandalas, we notice that, you know, they have that radial symmetry. So there's a bunch of circles that we're seeing, and so we want to go ahead and mimic that over here. So I wrote in the search engine circle. These are all the ones you can choose from, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on this one, see what it looks like. Turns out it's a double line. That's okay. we're supposed to be completing this in black and white. So I'm going ahead and changing that into the black. And I am making it slightly larger. And basically as large as I can make it. We want to make sure that this is going to be of good quality. Okay, so that's what that looks like. I'm going back into shapes and I'm going to click in another circle because again, the mandalas, they have a few kind of layers in there, so I want to mimic that as well. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to grab this guy here and I'm going to see if it's centered. Okay, so it looks like it's centered right now. Now what you can do to just double check that everything's going to be symmetrical is you can take a screenshot right now. So I would actually highly recommend that you do this. For those of you working on a Mac computer, it's just Command Shift and 4. For those of you who are using a Chromebook, I already searched it up and it says that you should be clicking the control button and then this button right here, and I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit closer, and once you click both of those you should be able to screenshot your image. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Adobe, I'm going to screenshot it, and I'm going to take it from the top and I'm going to go just halfway. So I'm thinking that's about half. Okay, so here it is, there's my screenshot. And then once you're ready to start including your symbolic images, right? So let's say one of the shapes of the 6 that you have to include, you want to include a triangle. I'm going to go in right triangles. Let's say I choose this one. Okay, so I accidentally clicked 2. I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, this one, change it into black. Okay, I'm going to make it smaller, and then this I'm going to shift. Okay, from here I am going to make a copy, and you can make a copy by duplicating. So if you want to click this, you can duplicate it. If you're working on a Chromebook, then you would just duplicate it by doing the screenshot. Okay, so let's say this is what I'm wanting mine to kind of look like. And I do apologize, I'm using the mouse on my computer and I am just struggling a little bit with that. Okay, let's just say you're putting in the rest of the shapes. You want to go ahead and include your symbols now. You're going to click on photos. You're going to hit upload photos. We're in downloads. And we're going to click that file we've just created. This is my first image. I'm going to hit open. I have it here now. Okay. Now you notice how because this photo is on top of the circle, we can no longer see this portion of the circle. We can actually remove that by clicking remove background. And sometimes it does take a little bit longer to process, but right here you notice that anything that is in gray, it just automatically erased. I would highly recommend that you guys try to get as close as possible so that you're ensuring that none of the drawing marks, nothing about your image is erased. Right now it looks like Adobe Express automatically did it really well on their own, but right in here, this area, I actually do want to get rid of. So I'm going to go ahead and make my brush size even smaller. Okay, and right now it's on erase, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start erasing these areas in here. Okay, and it's not going to be perfect, but I do want to just kind of show you guys. So you see how now we're starting to see this line in the background? It's because now we're erasing this. Okay, I'll just do it quickly over here too. You notice that right here, it actually erased part of my line. We're gonna go ahead and hit restore. And I'm gonna get right into the edge. And I'm gonna bring it back. So there it is, now we can see it again. After everything has been done, I like it, I'm gonna go ahead and click check. That's all the editing I'm gonna do. And now we can see the background, okay? And so that's a really good tool. Now from here, we can change the sizing and we can change the way it's sitting on our mandala. Okay. Now let's say we want to make sure that our mandala is in fact symmetrical. What we're going to do now is we're going to click that same icon for photos. We're going to do photo upload. My screenshots usually end up in the desktop, so that's where I'm going to be looking. Here is the original screenshot that I took. I'm going to open it. Here it is. And so what I'm going to do, and this is the same exact step you guys are going to do once your mandala is completed. So actually, let me show you guys what that looks like. I'm going to hit Shift, Control, and 4 again. Okay. Screenshotted that. We're going to go into photos. Again, my screenshots end up in the desktop. So here it is. Okay. And so what we're going to do is we're going to click this photo. We're going to flip it. This is going to be kind of the last step that you guys do. So we took that screenshot. Now we're flipping the photo. Those are all the layers. So everything that you've included, you can actually go back in the layers and see, you know, what's going on. Okay. And so right here, sometimes it doesn't want to align 100%. So my trick is just zooming in and then it's a little bit easier. Okay. But anyway, ta-da! So that's what it's going to look like when it's mirrored. Okay. And then let's take, for example, you put something in the middle. It's not mirroring 100%. Leave it blank. Leave it blank. And then you can go in here and let's say the shape you want to put in is a heart, right? We can go ahead, include this guy here, change the color, change the sizing. Boom. We can duplicate it, place it up here. They're aligned, right? Because those lines were right here. We can see the blue lining. And then all you would have to do for this one is also flip it. So it would be this way. And so now they're mirroring even like that. Okay. So that's basically the process. But again, you guys will be adding a few more details. And then once you are done doing all of that, what you're going to do is you're going to download this. And I actually want you guys to download this as a PNG. Okay. So transparent background. And then once you do that, it's going to be start download. You're going to go in here. This is your downloads. We're going to look for it. Here it is. All right. This looks a little bit funky. This looks a little bit funky. I understand. It's okay. The reason this is not transparent is because this over here was the original image and this is a screenshot. So the original image is transparent, not the screenshot. So what we're going to do is when you are inserting your image to your slideshow for your class, and I'm just gonna open this one, okay? Let's say, right, this is mine. I'm person one. I'm going to be presenting this first one. This we can take away. Then right here, what you're going to do is insert an image. And then it's going to be in your downloads. We are looking for your mandala. There it is. And so it doesn't matter that it looks a little bit off over here because once we place it in here, you won't even be able to tell. And then with the remainder of this space, you're going to go ahead, insert image, then we're going in here, and you're going to start dropping these in one by one. So insert from computer, then it'll be the next one, right next to it, and then the last two down here. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that really quickly, just so that we're all on the same page. Okay. And so once you have your slide looking like this, you've gone into Canvas and you've submitted it into the assignment. Everything should look good and we should be ready for presentations. All right. If you have any additional questions, please don't hesitate to email me or ask. But again, if you watch this entire video, you should be able to see kind of like the steps and the most important tools for creating your design here. All right. Okay. Thank you. I'll see you guys in the next one.